Alright guys, it's time for another Squirrel Epic 7 hero review. Today we're going to talk about Roana. Everyone's saying this hero is going to demolish the counter meta. We're going to find out. But first, let's go over her abilities. So her S1, very basic Soul Weaver S1, except instead of healing the ally with the lowest health, it grants a barrier to them. The barrier is actually not as thick as some people initially thought, but it's decent. I mean, you got to keep in mind that most Soul Weavers don't heal much with the S1 anyway, so it's comparable. Her Soul Burn, in my opinion, is not very good. It'd be okay if it took 10 souls. 20 souls is a bit much to grant a barrier to all allies, but in emergency situations, you could utilize it. Her S2 is what defines her. So, she recovers the health of all allies and boosts their CR by 5% per each attacked ally anytime any of your teammates is attacked by an extra attack, counterattack, or dual attack, and the amount that she heals is proportional to Roana's max health and the number of attacked allies. So who has a counterattack that hits your whole team? SSB, and also other heroes like Purges, but basically, this move is specifically designed to counter SSB. Now, some people claim that it would also counter Charles and MLK. I don't think so. We'll go into that later. But basically, this move is crazy against defenses that have an SSB. And we're going to see that in the arena section. So, hold your horses. Her S3, unique for a non-ML, because she's the first non-ML that can actually provide a revive buff. But it's just a crappier version of Maid Chloe's in my opinion, because it's 2 turns revive buff, except instead of an attack buff, it heals all allies. I'd rather have the attack buff, and it's 2 turns instead of Maid Chloe's 3 turns. So, and I think the main kicker is, compared to Maid Chloe revives dead allies even if they're already dead. This is just a buff. Keep that in mind. So if someone's already dead, you cannot revive them with the skill. They need to be alive to get the revive buff, and if they die in those 2 turns, then they'll get revived. So now that we've covered the abilities, let's go ahead and go over a build. So how do you build Roana? The answer is health. So you're going to laugh at my Roana. It's level 58, not fully awakened, no molas, 0 molas in any of her abilities, and I did that on purpose to show you just how strong she is against SSB. But basically you want her to have as much health as possible because her entire kit has moves based on the caster's max health. Now basically, my speed is too low. I still think you should get her to like 180 speed. Pretty easy fix. Just swap out her boots to speed boots. But other than that, you just need help. So get her to around 180 speed. If I had her max awakened, level 60, it's easy to hit 180 speed, 20k plus life, and 1500 plus defense. Standard tanky Soul Weaver stats. Nothing to think about. Just get her as much health, defense, and speed as possible. Now mine also has a bunch of effect resistance that's optional, but on defenses, effect resist is always helpful because you can dodge a lot of the annoying debuffs from DPS heavy heroes. Now for artifact, I like Shamadra's Staff because it increases the effect resistance of all allies and also the effect of healing received. Mine's not plus 30 or anything, but with Soul Weavers, artifacts are interchangeable. You can obviously also use her own artifact, which is also very powerful on her, or you can use other things like Water's Origin, etc., etc. Soul Weavers just have so many good artifact options. It just depends on how you want to use her. So with this Roana, with horrible, well, I wouldn't say horrible gear, but not ideal gear, a lot of it is plus 12. She's not level 60. Let's see if we can tackle some champion tier defenses. So, does Roana counter SSB? Can we beat a champion level SSB defense with a level 58 Roana with 0 molas and crappy gear? Let's find out. And let's find out on auto. Let's see if we can do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and click this auto button. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see if this team has what it takes against SSB. So, normal rotation, Fallen CC puts up the skill nullifier. K-Run goes on Roana because she's Earth. Blah blah. And now let's watch. My SSB counters And now her SSB is going to counter. Let's see where my team's life at is after this. Full. So their SSB basically healed my team to full. And my Roana has no damn molas in it. Like, the heal would be much bigger, actually, if I did. So, yeah. That's the funny thing about using Roana. When you use Roana, basically, you turn the other team's SSB into your healer. I think that's absolutely hilarious. So here we go. Now she's going to hit my team, and what's my SSB going to do? She's going to counter. Oh no! I wanted their SSB to counter, but it's no big deal. I mean, the point is, this is champion tier. I'm literally autoing this defense, and it's fine because that SSB stun will fall off, and then I'll use it to heal myself in a little bit. So there we go. The K-Ron's that. And remember, I've had this fight on auto the entire time. I haven't done anything, and this is a pretty. It has 2 ML5s, K-Ron, and SSB on it. Here we go. Now their SSB's attacking me. And look at these heals. My Troublemaker is basically at full life. Like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. So, does Roana counter SSB? I mean, you be the judge. Am I countering her right now? I think so. And half my team has unhealable too. But I mean, this is not like a brilliant comp I brought. This is a stupid team. I brought Troublemaker, for God's sakes. Like, and I don't have to do anything. I really don't have to do anything. And now, the unhealable's finally off my SSB, and hopefully I'll proc. Here we go. Their SSB counters, my SSB's almost dead, and now she's at half health. Look at this. Again, when you have Roana, the other SSB becomes like a Destina tier healer for your own team. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Their Arbiter's going ham. Here we go. I need a heal. I need a heal. Give it to me, SSB. So SSB counterattacks me. Ah, that's refreshing. I got the heal that I needed. So Roana is absolutely hilarious against SSB defenses. She crushes SSB defenses, but some people are saying that she counters ML Ken and Charles too. I can tell you that's not the case, because on a single target counter, she only heals for like 1 to 2k. That is not enough. That is not enough. A Charles and an ML Ken are going to hit for a lot more than 1 or 2k. But against SSB, this is as hard a counter in the game to anything as you'll find. Like, look at these heals. It is absolutely off the wall hilarious how much Roana heals against SSB teams. And again, this was on full auto with a level 58 unawakened, unmolad Roana. So I think this should pretty much wipe out their team. There we go. And what do you guys think? Did that prove my point? Do you guys understand why I left her level 58 now? If you actually put effort into gearing her and making her strong, she's going to make SSB defenses even easier than what you already saw here. It is absolutely game-changing for all the people who struggled with SSB defenses in the past. If you have Roana, you never will again. I guarantee you that. So, with that said, I want to show you guys one more thing. Now, one more thing I want to discuss was, how does Roana work on defense? We're going to show that by attacking a Roana defense. Now, it has some pretty meta heroes, Lilius, Arbiter, Vildred, and Alencia on it. My take is that she's not very good on defense. I mean, certainly, she's not terrible, but people were claiming that she's meta-defined and she's going to be on every arena defense. I don't think so. So we're going to bring my basic cleave team, and I think the key part about this is, I did not design this team to counter Roana. This is a very meta basic cleave team. And the thing is, the way her kit works, it's designed to counter heroes. But do cleave teams ever have counter heroes on it? The only thing her S2 can proc off of is a dual attack. And cleave teams are very rarely using their S1s to begin with, so they're not proccing dual attacks. So what does she do here? What does she actually bring to the defense here? Nothing. Nothing. Like, you could have replaced her with literally anything else, and it would have performed better than Roana did here. And this is on a scrub defense. This is a champion tier defense. And again, like, her kit is very powerful. She might be usable on some stall comps with a really good supporting cast. But again, if you bring Roana, that means you can't bring a different Soul Weaver. Like, a stall comp with a Ruel is going to be a lot more annoying than a stall comp with a Roana. Now granted, she's an ML5, not everyone has her, but the thing is, I just want to show this because everyone's saying, oh, Roana's the new meta defense. I don't think so. I think people will experiment with her. I think some people will find some success with her, but I don't think she's anywhere as good on defense as she is on offense. I just wanted to put to rest the argument that she is a super broken defensive hero. It's just not the case, at least in my opinion. And again, this team was not designed to counter Roana. It's a very basic cleave team that everyone is using in champion tier and above. So as always, let's sum this review up. So what do I think of Roana? On offense, against SSB, she's god tier. She demolishes SSB. Against other counterers, like ML Ken or Charles, she's decent. But as you guys saw, that heal off a single counter, it's helpful, but it's not going to destroy them. Like, granted, my Roana is terrible, but if she was max Molad, that heal would probably be about 2k. I guarantee you a good Charles or an ML Ken does 5 times that damage or more. So you're not going to be able to sustain against ML Kens or Charles countering just with her S2, but you don't need to. Against SSB, she destroys them. Against defenses that don't have any counters, she's really not that great. Her S3 is good, but Maid Chloe's is so much better for offensive teams, and other Soul Weavers are as well. So there's really no reason to bring her if the defense doesn't have a counter unit. Now on defense, this is probably my most controversial point. I don't think she's very good. I think she'll be incorporated into some creative stall defenses, but again, no smart attacker is going to bring a counter-centric offense against a Roana. If they do, they deserve to lose. But if you bring a proper cleave, the only time she'll ever proc her Vigilant Eye is if you randomly dual attack, and most cleave teams aren't S1ing until very late anyway. So basically this entire critical part of her kit is nullified when she's put on defense. Is her S3 good? Sure, but Elena's is better. I mean, for a defensive team, Elena's is definitely much better. So I think on defense, some people are claiming that she's meta-defined, she's going to be on every defense. I'm sorry, I just don't think that's the case. So against certain defenses, she's S tier on offense. On defense, I think she's average, but that's just my opinion. So that's my take on Roana. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. If you want to tell me why I'm wrong, leave it in the comments below and we'll let the community have a discussion and decide. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed my take on it. And I'll be doing more reviews in the future, so make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more of these. Thanks for watching. Till next time, guys.